Good morning. Welcome back to, oh my god, I'm gonna freeze. Dude, what is up with my computer? This is killing me. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. I'm your host, Chump Change, just live recorded, and I don't know what the hell's going on. This is driving me nuts. I'm sorry. We're probably gonna have a crash stream at some point, but I'm hoping it doesn't. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if it's crypto bubbles that just like overloads the computer or what, but that's like the only thing I could think of. Anyways, we're gonna see what Mr. Crypto Zombie has to say about Bitcoin and just a giant moment unfolding. We're going to see what happens there, and then go over the news today with this new coin over on what's it called, hashrate.no, which is Aipg, I believe, if anybody's seen that. Man, this is like, I'm gonna be looking at my screen, like making sure I don't crash this entire time. But anyways, I apologize, guys. I'll be back if we do crash. Shout out to Dynex, by the way. Killer trailer on that ad. It's absolutely amazing, the trailer they have for their marketplace. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll play it in a little bit. Hopefully we don't crash. Anyways, let's see who's here in the chat, and then we'll go from there. Mr. Jason Mining, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. We have Paddywhack Miner, Caveman Mining, Max Voltage, Andrew Masad, Charles, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be looking up at my screen every 2 seconds. Chris Hanley, Andrew Masad, let's see, Kyle Rosa, Dumpster Fire, good to see you, buddy. I need my card. My man DJ Mines, appreciate you, buddy. Perfect. Let's see, we have Boinker, appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for being here. All right, let's get into this. Let's hope this stream doesn't crash and go from there. Let's check out the market. All right, we have Bitcoin looking like 43,674. We have Ethereum 2,300 bucks. Look at that, it's actually raising as Bitcoin's dropping. Interesting. Solana has been on a freaking tear, $94. Absolutely insane. We have XRP at 61 cents. We have DOT over here at 7.98, up 6.04%. Dogecoin's at 9 cents. Let's see, where's Kaspa? Kaspa's at 10 cents, 10.9, almost 11 cents. Not too bad. Uniswap, if that's what this one is, we have $6.34, up 5.48% today. And then OP, what the hell is this? OP, 26.84%. $2.96. Let's check out crypto bubbles. I'm really wondering. I'm so nervous my computer's gonna crash. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. All right, I'm trying to enjoy my coffee. It's not working. All right, look at this. OP, what's going on here? Optimism, this is the one, 27.2% on the day. We have ARB, this is Arbitrum, ranked 46, 19.2% up on the day, $1.35. We have the PP token over here, up 19.4%. We have Rose Oasis Network, which is 12 cents, up 20.6%. Algorand up 13.6%, ranked 43 at 22 cents, almost 23 cents. Kaspa's down 2.2%, ranked number 38 as of right now, and it's at almost 11 cents. Let's see, Arweave looks like 95th ranking. We have $10.07, and yeah, it's up 9.3%. Crazy. Matic's doing pretty good. Polygon's ranked number 14th, actually went up a rank. We have 8.5 cents. Anybody holding Matic? Let me know in the chat. Look at Honey. Yes, we will. I know Honey took a nice shit, I noticed. Let's see, look at the historical graph. Preferred Litecoin is going to jump to 400 plus. Oh yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that, to be honest. I think Litecoin's going to have an absolute rip. All right, let's see, Fear and Greed Index looking at 74, getting close to that 75 mark where I start thinking about really selling some coins. Overall, it's pretty much neutral, not too greedy. We have top 10 coins over here on CoinGecko by CoinMarketCap. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, Solana, XRP. Look at that, Solana flipped XRP. What? Nice. That's perfect. Sick. We have USDC, Cardano, Lido Staked Ether, and Avalanche. Look at that. Dogecoin still in 11th. And man, Avalanche is just taking a rip over Dogecoin. It's almost $3 billion market cap wise above Dogecoin now. That's crazy. We have Shiba still up. I mean to click on that. Shiba still in 18th place. We have Litecoin in 20th. It's at $71. I think Litecoin is definitely a good buy, or at least a good hodl for now. Bitcoin Cash in 22nd. This internet computer has actually been doing pretty well too. Kind of interesting. Let's see what else we got. We have Monero in ETC 30 and 31. ETC I think has a good chance to have a nice run up too on the next bull run. You guys know, like, typically, right, when new people get into crypto, they see the name Ethereum, they don't understand the difference between the two, right? And it's just cheap, so they're gonna purchase it. Like that was what I did when I got into crypto, right? It was easier to spend. I think it was like, what was Litecoin? I mean, Ethereum Classic. I think it was like $7. It was like $5 or $7, I forget. But it was easier to buy a full coin and understand that I'm buying a full coin of Ethereum Classic than it was for me to like put, you know, buy like $5 or whatever it was, $10 in Bitcoin and have like this little increment of it, right? But it's because I didn't understand the whole thing behind it. But you know, it makes sense to me that this coin is most likely going to have another run up, at least in my opinion. Let's see again, Kaspa. Ooh, looks like it's ranking 40th over on CoinGecko. 10.8, dropping by the second. No, I'm just kidding. It's still doing pretty well, actually, to be honest. All right, let's get into the mining segment of things and see what we're looking like over here. I mine the ASIC. All right, we have the WinMiner K9, $109 a day. Extra oof for Mr. Max Voltage. You know what he would say.
This hash rate's going bonkers.
Which is true. It's very true, but the price isn't helping either. The price is not helping. Damn it. We have the Ice River KS3 8 terahash is making $83 a day. The KS3M making $60 a day. The KS2 is making $19.94, and the KS1, let's see where this is, making it $9.97 a day. We have the Jazzminer X16Q. Looks like it's making the most profits, $11.20 with this. I think it was Bitnet, right? Is that what it's called? BTN. I think it was Bitnet. Oh, what the hell was that? What the hell was that noise? What was that noise? You guys all hear that? Everybody hear that? What the hell was that? That was weird as shit. I'm not clicking on that again. Mine the ASIC. What the hell are you doing? All right, let's see. X4Q. We have 598. That was weird, right? Like, what the hell was that noise? It sounded like some jingle shit. Yeah, exactly. That's so weird. I wonder if this was crashing my computer. God damn it. We have the X4Q. Again, mining Bitnet. $5.98 a day. I'm just scrolling through the X4 1U making $2.86 a day mining this Bitnet over there. So I guess that coin, right? Let's check it out real quick, and then we'll look at some other coins as well. Oh God, why did I do that? Let's see. BTN, right? I think it's Bitnet. It is Bitnet. Man, $1.15. Apparently you can make a killing on this coin with those jazz miners. Man, I've been like debating whether to do it or not, but the markets, right? It's only on XEG. Like, dude, I'm so sick of making accounts, man. I just don't want any more exchange accounts. I really don't. But it sucks because it's like stupid profitable. You know what I mean? Yeah, my PC's haunted today. I don't know what's happening. This is terrible. I'm just gonna give up. It sucks too because I got like a really nice PC, and it's just like it drives me nuts because I don't know why it does this sometimes. I don't understand it. Anyways, but yeah, this XEG or whatever the hell you're supposed to call it. I don't even know how you say it. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could make an account and mine over to it, but it's just I don't know. Not for me. All right, let's check out Honey quick, see what we're doing here. And then I'll show you guys this new coin. We'll look at that in a second. Down to 16 cents. Honestly, it's really still doing well. Like, this thing needs a pullback. It went up way too fast. Like, you don't think it's fast, but like in the grand scheme of things, the time, like, look at this, right? Like down here, the beginning of the month, right? Or 22, like literally 30 days from the, you know, this point now, the 22nd of November, it was at 2 cents. It went up to like 37. Like, come on, 37 cents, and now it's at 16. I mean, 50% retracement, 56%. It's really not that bad, to be honest. It's kind of expected. ETC POW, on the other hand, is actually rising. It's $1.01. It went down to like 60 cents or something, right? 86 there. Where did it go? Hold on, let's see. 7 days. I think it went down to like 60 something cents. Yeah, 65 cents. So that actually it works out pretty well. It's not too bad. It could be worse, right? We needed to pull back, and at least it's not going too nuts. All right, let's look over real quick hashrate.no. This is where miners come over and look and see what's most profitable. Oh, look, Carlson hash on the 4090. Huh, that's weird. That wasn't there when I first started. Look at this Aipg. You guys hear of this coin? Aipg. Apparently it is kapow, so I'm not even close to interested in it. I would rather just buy the coin. But over here, if we look it up, Aipg, I think it just got added to CoinGecko. Looks like it's taking a shit right now. 28.2% down, 31 cents. And it looks like this, yeah, this thing was at like 40 cents. I looked at it earlier. If we go to the 7-day, you can see it was just added yesterday, 21st of December. So you guys could possibly make a killing off this one if you jump in early, but I don't know where the hell you can get it, to be honest. I don't even know where you can buy it. What is this? Non-KYC.io. That sounds legit. Not. Not. Mr. DJ Mines, my 4090 comes today. Woohoo. That's awesome, dude. Good for you. Congrats, buddy. Congrats. I don't know if I could spend the money on 4090s, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see someday. All right, what other coins do you guys want to look at before we move on to the news stuff? Actually, you know what? Let's look at Dynex. Dynex, again, has their marketplace up for viewing. Let's see. I'm hoping I don't crash here. I'm like nervous to like search stuff because like I'm so freaking nervous this is gonna happen. All right, Dynex marketplace. Let me X this out. So this is the marketplace, by the way. It is live if you guys are interested, and if you didn't see the trailer, I'm gonna play it for you guys right now. This video is sponsored by Dynex, so let's check this out real quick. There we go.
You know quantum computers, you know blockchain, but do you know both together? Dynex was the first platform to create a neuromorphic supercomputing blockchain-based algorithm which solves real-world problems.
It's so cool, though.
And the best part? Anyone can post a job, whether a company from the Global 2000, a machine learning job, or fintech and pharmaceutical.
Dude,
and if you don't want to program it yourself, get an expert directly at the marketplace. Run the job and be impressed by the fast result.
Tell me that's not sick, though. Like, that is probably the coolest like ad I think I've ever seen, to be honest. I really am super impressed with it. It's pretty cool. All right, let's get on to the news stuff. Let's see what we got. Oh, hold on. Crypto World over here already jumping ahead of things. All right, yeah, we're gonna watch CNBC Crypto World. Let's see. British Virgin Islands court freezes $1 billion of assets tied to 3 Arrows Capital founders. CNBC Crypto World. Let's do it, guys. That like button. Appreciate you all.
Today, a court freezes $1 billion of assets tied to the founders of bankrupt crypto hedge fund 3 Arrows Capital. Crypto wallet maker Ledger says it will reimburse hack victims, and Gemini's chief strategy officer discusses emerging trends in crypto going into 2024. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Jordan Smith. Major cryptocurrencies trading flat this morning. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin dipped slightly, but still traded above the $43,000 mark, and Ether rose by 0.5%, trading around $2,200. Solana, however, soared nearly 11%, trading around $89.
Solana's
okay, let's talk about the top stories. More than $1 billion in assets belonging to the founders of 3 Arrows Capital have been frozen by a British Virgin Islands court. The bankrupt crypto hedge fund's liquidators, Teneo, said the worldwide freezing order issued Monday applies to 3AC founders Suzu Kyle Davies and his wife, Kelly Chen. In a statement sent to us, Teneo said the inclusion of Davies' wife helps liquidators use all available avenues to maximize returns to creditors whose claims into 3AC liquidation remain over $3 billion. The statement went on to say that the order is specifically designed to prevent the founders and Kelly Chen from disposing of or otherwise dealing with assets in any way that might frustrate eventual enforcement by the liquidators. 3AC, a once $10 billion hedge fund based in Singapore, filed for bankruptcy in July 2022. The fund was ordered to liquidate by a British Virgin Islands court after a plunge in prices and risky trades left it unable to repay lenders. Next, Ledger says it will make sure victims affected by a hack targeting the crypto wallet maker are made whole by the end of February.
Oh, wow. They're promising to pay people back from that hack? That's huge.
In a post on X yesterday, Ledger said it was aware of about $600,000 in assets that were stolen. It also said it's focused on making sure similar incidents are prevented in the future.
All right, so real quick, like, you got to give it to Ledger, at least a little bit. I mean, I know they've had issues lately and, you know, previously, but if they're willing to pay it back and figure it out, then you know what? I mean, good on them. That's good on them.
Connect Kit software was compromised last week following a phishing attack on a former employee. According to this letter from Ledger's chairman and CEO, the hacker published malicious code that rerouted customer funds to the hacker's wallet. Ledger said the malicious file was live for around 5 hours, but believes the window where funds were drained was limited to a period of less than 2 hours. Ledger said it coordinated with Wallet Connect to quickly disable the rogue project.
Listen, I agree. F Ledger. I'm not really a fan of them anymore since that whole sharding thing came to light. But at the end of the day, if they're willing to do the right thing, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? You gotta take it as you will. Mr. Rud Puts, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for the 249 euro party on a 4-day weekend. Let's go, dude. Appreciate you. You're awesome. Thank you.
All right, back to markets for our main story. Crypto World's Talia Kaplan spoke with Marshall Beard, Gemini's chief strategy officer, about what catalysts can keep the positive momentum for crypto going in 2024. He also discusses what's next for the crypto platform amid its legal battle with crypto lender Genesis.
We're closing out 2023 with Bitcoin in the midst of a major rally. It's looking like it'll end the year up somewhere around 160%. So I want to start off by asking what you think is driving the Bitcoin rally, and how are you at Gemini thinking about the potential for more gains in 2024, especially with the expectation that we could potentially see a spot Bitcoin ETF in the US soon. According to a blog post, Gemini argued that the approval of these spot Bitcoin ETF applications could attract a massive inflow of capital to crypto, potentially driving price activity. Can you elaborate on that and explain what other factors you think are part of the equation?
Sure. As you've mentioned, Bitcoin and the crypto markets as a whole have done well this year. And so it's been great to see. I think there's a few factors for this. I think as
That's real last name, Beard. That's funny.
of recently, interest rates have kind of started to go down. There's been some landing discussion on the global interest rates, and especially here in the US. On top of that, the spot ETF. So this is a big deal. There's trillions of assets in, investment managers, whether those are RIAs and 401ks and within the US that don't have access to the underlying crypto itself. And so, an ETF gives access. It's more so distribution to a large pool of capital that doesn't access crypto today. So this is incredibly exciting. You see, premier fund issuers being involved in this race. I think there's something like 10 filings right now for spot ETFs here in the US. So super exciting. I think also you mix that with a natural crypto cycle. And so for those unfamiliar, Bitcoin every 4 years does a halvening, which means that the amount of Bitcoin that can be mined to the public gets cut in half. And that's scheduled to occur in April of 2024. And so usually around those times, there's, a decrease in supply plus an increase in demand with this ETF generation. And I think that's going to lead to more price increase.
Expanding on that, this month, Gemini released an industry report highlighting what it sees as emerging trends going into next year. Some of those emerging trends include those pending applications for spot Bitcoin ETFs, regulatory clarity, and that key technical event you just mentioned called the Bitcoin halving or halvening. I want to first focus on those ETFs because Gemini has been named as a custodian in some of the applications before the SEC. So how important is an approval of a spot ETF for the crypto market, but also specifically Gemini's business?
Sure. The way that we look at the approval of these spot ETFs is it is good for the industry as a whole. It's good for consumers. It's good for the industry. It's good for businesses like Gemini. So today, currently, Gemini has about 9 billion of crypto assets under custody. A majority of that is actually for ETF issuers in Canada. So Canada actually has approved live spot ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we're a majority custodian to those issuers as well. So we've been doing this, working with fund issuers, working with ETFs for a few years now. So we're ready and we're prepared. We're named, as you say, and we're in discussions with, lots of the US ETF issuers as well to be their custodian. It's a good thing for everybody. It's access, it's distribution. It's good for Gemini as we act as the custodian. It also increases flow and volume, and it will have price impact as well.
Many industry experts believe we could see the US launch its first spot Bitcoin ETF early next year. Do you see that happening? Do you think that's a realistic timeline?
Yes, this feels imminent. We're seeing revisions and constructive conversations between issuers and the SEC. This all leads me to believe that these are imminent. It is a when, not an if scenario. And it's looking like early January approval. I think there's going to be a little bit of time between approval and actual launch. Could be anywhere from a week to a few weeks.
It's probably going to be a couple months before it actually gets launched once it's approved. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be approved by the 10th? Let me know in the chat.
People get settled and the operational flows get formulated. I think there's still discussion around this cash versus in-kind create and redeem process. It looks like everyone's going to the cash model, which is what they do in Canada today. So things are getting ironed out. It feels imminent.
Now back to the halving event. That's expected to be a big catalyst for major Bitcoin miners.
I'm so happy she said it properly.
You discussed what it could mean for the price of the cryptocurrency, but what does it mean for businesses like yours in 2024?
The halving doesn't directly impact a business like Gemini.
She said it right. He said it wrong.
Gemini as an exchange and custodian too much, other than increased market sentiment, increased volatility and volume, price appreciation or depreciation. All of those things factor into our exchange business. So generally, the halving doesn't directly impact us, but it impacts market sentiment, price, and demand. So generally, those are good things. I think historically, the halving has led to an increase in price, right? And so then you see more volatility, you see more volume, you see more accumulation during those periods.
I'm also interested in hearing about Gemini's overall crypto outlook in 2024. You're, of course, caught in the legal battle with Genesis. You're still dealing with some of the fallout from 2022. How much of that is a hindrance for Gemini in 2024? And do you expect those problems will be resolved soon? Where does everything stand right now? And what's next for the company if you do find a resolution to these court battles?
Max, WTF, make it stop. It's halving.
Sure. I can't speak to specifics with regards to ongoing disputes. What I can say is that Gemini has always operated under a regulatory first framework. We're regulated in the US and operational in all 50 states. We are globally regulated by multiple prominent, global regulators. And so, our ethos, and coming from our founders as well, has always been kind of ask for permission, not for forgiveness, and thoughtful regulation is how we approach things. So, hopefully the US does find clarity. Other, jurisdictions around the world are building crypto-specific frameworks, which...
See, typically it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. But in this space, it's how many millions do you want to pay if you don't ask first? That's kind of what it comes down to. And you're most likely going to be effed, like right in the butt, no lube.
We support and we
just like
will adhere to
twice.
And hopefully that does happen within the US. When that happens, it's a bit complex and a little convoluted, but hopefully soon. There's a lot of people, a lot of policy groups, a lot of industry folks and constituents working towards getting the clarity that we need to operate.
Beard also discussed counterparty risk and its importance, especially following all the scandals and bankruptcies in the crypto space in 2022.
Nice. If you guys are interested, go check it out over on cnbc.com. All right, let's get into Mr. Crypto Zombies video over here. I don't know if I'll stay for the charting stuff, but we'll see what he has to say over here. Bitcoin alert, critical moment unfolding, brace for impact. This video is actually pretty good, and he gets into a lot of stuff about Elizabeth Warren and all that. Also, if you guys didn't see, I did put a pinned comment in the live chat. Go check out that. Go comment on that video, something positive, hashtag Tangem, and at the end of this video, we'll give away a Tangem wallet, and you have to be here to win it. All right, let's do it.
And I think that's really driving the trend. I've said before, if Bitcoin's not going to zero, it's going to 1 million. The real question is it legitimate asset? If it's a legitimate institutional asset, everybody is underallocated to it.
Some big ass horns, bro. That's so funny. It's great.
What's going on, guys? K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day today. Now, in today's video, I do have a little bit of a critical moment for Bitcoin, as you guys can see right here. And we haven't really said there's any major alerts to be paying attention to, but there is something very interesting. Now, although you can see right here that we have actually had Bitcoin putting in these higher lows, right? You can see this wick down here and then this wick here, and even the candle bodies themselves are in fact putting in higher lows, but yet we haven't been able to take out this peak right here where Bitcoin got up to around $44,770. You can see we've tried twice in just the past 2 days. And what's very interesting is if you have a look at this Bitcoin pattern that we're having here on the daily, when we come over and we look at what the S&P has been doing here on the weekly, it's eerily similar. You could see right here, right, with this massive run up and then the pull down, and then we're trying to break this high. Now, something else that's also quite interesting is if we actually just look at how far away the S&P is from its all-time highs, it's about 1.8% away from making a new all-time high. And in this actual consolidation that Bitcoin is forming right here from that $44,700 high, Bitcoin is about 2% away from that. So it's almost as if the Bitcoin price is waiting to see if the stocks break to new all-time highs before continuing. Now, I know for a while we said that they're not really 100% correlated recently, but this may be one of those weird scenarios in which maybe that sort of risk-on mentality is waiting for that full confirmation.
I don't think he's wrong there, honestly, just because like the whole ETF thing, right? Like that's such a big catalyst when it comes to like just investing as a whole. It's definitely going to make a difference. It's going to definitely put stocks and Bitcoin like a bit closer together.
Another thing as well is we've had this massive decline on the DXY, and we did call this kiss of death right here, and ever since we had it back around November of last year, we've pretty much had a continuous downwards fall, but you can see that it's ultimately trying to retest this downwards parallel channel. So there obviously are a few technical things that we kind of have to talk about in today's video, but I also want to discuss a lot of the other situation that's going on with Bitcoin. We know the macro, we know what's going on worldwide. Specifically, we know that Elizabeth Warren and friends and her anti-crypto army have been really pushing to pretty much ban crypto without actually banning it, just making it so difficult to use that it basically is a de facto ban in and of itself. Well, in today's video, even though we've been having some fun lately, I am going to expose Elizabeth Warren, and honestly, I wasn't really that shocked when I found the news really that came out behind all of this, but I do want to share that with you because...
Real quick in the chat. Appreciate you, Mr. Geek of all trades. Thanks for being here. All right, I'm going to skip forward a little bit. Actually, you know what? We'll hear what he has to say right here, and then I'll skip forward.
You know, although we are excited about the ETF, and trust me, I am one of the most bullish of bulls when it comes to this Bitcoin ETF, there is one thing that is a little bit scary if you actually read between the lines. If this ETF was to get approved, or not was, I mean, it is going to get approved at some point. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it is something we have to pay attention to because you have to be ready for any and all possibilities. And, you know, after this ETF approval, you could be having what they're referring to as an untold war that could quickly unfold. So we're going to get into all that today if that sounds good to you. And of course, you know, honestly, we're just going to talk about the real reason why Bitcoin is pumping. Everyone's trying to figure out all these crazy reasons. Is it the ETF? Is it Blackrock? Is it, you know, early institutions trying to front run? Well, we're just going to basically lay it out, and I'm going to tell you what's going on, guys. But before we do,
Warrior Cycle, hit that like button. All right, I'm going to skip through this. He just talks about some trading stuff with LevX.
Before we go, Bitcoin was under 8,000.
Hold on. I gotta rewind that so you can hear what he says about Mark Yusko.
We actually get into today's video before we get into like the doom and gloom aspect of Elizabeth Warren and the crypto ban and the possibilities of the negative effects of the ETF. I wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Mark Yusko. Now, he came out, this was in 2019 on CNBC when Bitcoin had fallen over 85% and it just started rising back from 3,000 to 8,000, and everyone is totally skeptical, right? Still like some people are today, very skeptical about Bitcoin.
That's when I first got into Bitcoin. I saw it at 3,500 bucks and I was like, why is this coin so expensive versus the other coins? And if I only knew when I first got in just to buy it.
And listen to what Mark had to say, and listen to the way that they were sort of responding to him.
Before we go, Bitcoin was under 8,000 earlier today.
Buy it. Perfect.
Regardless, though,
Buy it.
if I said to you Bitcoin dropped to 5,000, you'd say buy it.
Buy it. Because here's the thing, the daily price of Bitcoin doesn't matter. It's been alive for 10 years.
He is such a smart dude. Just listen to what he says here.
In every year, other than 2015, it's made a higher low. The market cap has grown every single year. Every fundamental indicator of Bitcoin, usage, wallets, block size, transaction size, number of transactions, every single one, hash rate, making new highs. All of the indicators of the network and the network value are rising. The price of any asset fluctuates. Let's take Amazon. Amazon's been a public company for 20 years. In every year, including this year, it's at a double-digit drawdown. The average peak to trough, minus 31%. Twice, minus 90%. When was the right time to sell? Never. Who's owned it since the IPO to today? Jeff and his mom and dad. That's it.
Only Jeff and his mom and dad have owned Amazon that long. Crazy.
Right, we're going to leave it there, Mark.
All right,
Good to see you.
thanks
Thank
for
you,
having me.
Marcus. Good morning, free
Just like, all right, we're going to shut you up before we get canceled.
capital.
Outcast.
So that was almost 4 years ago. And, you know, this happens
Crazy.
time and time again. And I know usually I would play a video like that after like a massive crash to reassure everybody, you know, don't worry. But, you know, hey, now that we're all, you know, basically getting back, attempting to push back to potential all-time highs at some point, I thought it was good to just remind everybody, because I still talk to a lot of people out there today. In fact, I was just on the phone with somebody yesterday who says that they are still skeptical about Bitcoin. They are still scared to invest. And yes, my friends, they would in fact feel more comfortable investing if it was in the form of an ETF. So,
and see, that sucks that people are like that. Like, I'm scared to invest. It's because they're scared to like self-custody it and all this other stuff, right? Or if like the government comes out and bans it or whatever the case may be. So there is going to be such an inflow of money when this ETF is approved. It's going to be unreal.
Again, I know it sounds crazy, but the amount of capital that is literally sitting on the sidelines, waiting for this regulatory approval, waiting for this vehicle that they feel comfortable with, it is insane, guys. So when people tell you that the ETF is not bullish or it's just going to be a massive sell the news event, maybe in the short term, but long term, it can honestly only benefit.
I agree with that. Short term, it might be a sell the news event just because smart people, smart money is going to be, you know, dumping it just to get in a little earlier or a little cheaper rather. But overall, it's going to be super
especially
bullish.
The Bitcoin price. Let's just be honest. So let's talk about this. I thought this was hilarious. So this,
hey guys, hit that like button. Let's get into this Elizabeth Warren BS with Mr. Crypto Zombie.
Elizabeth Warren tweet. She says crypto companies are spending millions building an army of former defense and law enforcement officials to lobby against new rules shutting down crypto finance terrorism. This revolving door boosts the crypto industry but endangers our national security. And I love that they had the readers adding context based on this source right here. Cryptocurrency is objectively less than 1% of all monetary illicit activity. There is also nothing supporting the claim that it could threaten national security. Cash is untraceable. Blockchains are public ledgers. So again, twisting and contorting the truth so that you can get it the way that you want it. But what's hilarious is if we come over here, there was this video, and look at who the co-sponsor of Elizabeth Warren's Bitcoin ban bill is.
Senator Warren and I have authored the Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act that represents a step in the right direction. Again, I think that this is a light touch. The first thing
he's a fucking Muppet. He's reading from a piece of paper, just saying exactly what you want him to say.
We did is we went to the American Bank Association and said, help us craft this. And I don't know if you saw Senator Warren's hearing with Jamie Dimon yesterday, but Mr. Dimon said basically, in his opinion, crypto was only a tool for criminals. And I think, again, it's that light touch by the federal government as opposed to a heavy touch as well. That's about all I know about crypto.
That's about all I know about crypto, which is basically admitting that you don't know anything. And of course, it turns out that the big banks helped Elizabeth Warren write the bill, because who is most likely to suffer from the self-sovereignty of Bitcoin, from the fact that we don't require the middleman. We don't need to pay these fees. I mean, granted, yes, the middle.
Exactly. How much did she pay him to say that? Says Crypto KJ, dude. 100%. Anyone stacking Nexa, says Armand. Actually, you know what? I just traded some stuff into yesterday, actually.
And I guess you could say maybe are the miners, but they're validating transactions. They're not the, police that say what is and what can't be done. I mean, honestly, go to a bank right now. Try to withdraw. I don't know how much money you have in your bank account, but try to withdraw $20,000 and don't tell them why you're doing it, right?
Have you guys ever tried to do that? Not 20,000, just like in general, just a big number. Have you ever tried to just go to the bank and withdraw like I don't know, say 10 grand or something, right? I think it's anything over I think it's maybe over 5 or maybe over 10. I can't remember. But like when you try to get that much money out, it takes like 5 days. It's like the stupidest shit ever because they're like, oh, well, we don't have that much money in the bank, even though they have 100 grand in there. It's like, we need to save some for everybody else. Like, dude, eat shit. Over 10K. Okay. Yeah. So it happened to me. I had to wait like 5 days to get my money out. I was like, are you for real? Like, why can't I take my money out? Makes no sense.
They're going to want to know who, what, where, when, why, how, right? But it's your money, right? So yeah.
And then if you deposit over 10 grand, regardless of where it came from, you got to fill out this form, so they know you're not like a goddamn drug dealer. It's the stupidest shit.
I think that just kind of lays it out right there. And, over here, you did have Mike Novogratz, and he was discussing over on CNBC as well exactly why we're seeing this. And one of the biggest questions that he was being asked essentially was about this Bitcoin ban and why are they really doing it? And could it even actually be done?
Real quick, Mr. B-Lub says, my grandpa died. Sorry, my condolences for that. He said, I got $12,000 from another province. Took 2 weeks to make sure it was not laundered. Dude, it's so crazy how bad they get you.
I don't think there's any possibility now that that either politicians or corporate leaders, Jamie Dimon and the like, say, look, this is used to fund terrorist activities. The only use case is for money laundering and nefarious means. And Elizabeth Warren says, look, Jamie Dimon is right. We need to put a stop to this. That's the horse is out of the barn. That's never happening.
Yeah, it's not happening. Listen, this is a global asset. I mean, there are so many unbelievably respected investors that believe Bitcoin has value. And so, again, I would sit, Ray Dalio and Jeff Yoss and Abby Johnson and Bill Miller, and I can give you 50 of them on the other side of the table from Jamie Dimon or Elizabeth Warren and say, who gives you the right to say what has value?
And not to mention Jamie Dimon, if you guys haven't seen that old video where he tells people not to buy Bitcoin and then he goes and buys it, or his company, JP Morgan, is the biggest buyer or one of the biggest buyers in that time frame after he tells everybody he's going to fire them if he catches you buying Bitcoin within the company.
The terrorist financing illicit use cases has kind of been debunked. Yes, some crypto is used for bad things, but not nearly as much as fiat. Right.
And I love how he's smirking here because he's thinking about what he wants to say next, and he totally just dunks on Jamie Dimon right here.
I mean, Jamie Dimon's bank has paid $38 billion in fines since he's been there. $38 billion. Add up all the bad trades with crypto, it doesn't add up to $38 billion. And so should we ban JP Morgan?
Ban him.
I mean, that's a crazy statistic.
It is. It's so crazy.
Gary Gensler and some of the other regulators, is it easier or safer to just not do anything, or doesn't that sort of leave investors in this country, actually around the world, just that makes it more risky than if they were to actually just take the bull by the horns and decide what to do?
There's a group of both Democrats and Republicans in D.C. that want to get legislation through. There's 2 pieces of legislation that would really give us a good framework around both stable coins and the rest of crypto. And it's Elizabeth Warren and the White House, the Biden White House, that is stopping that. And I think post this election, we will either have a new administration, either Democrat, Republican. And even if Biden wins, my guess is there's a new Secretary of Treasury and a new head of the SEC, and we'll finally make some progress.
Can't wait till that happens. Real quick, Jason Mining says, are you aware of any banks accepting crypto in your area? We have a local credit union that is crypto friendly. Do you really? No, actually, I don't know of any banks that are actually crypto friendly. Most of them give you shit for trying to deposit into, say, Coinbase or something along those lines.
There are plenty of Democrats that want crypto legislation, just not enough at stake to take on Elizabeth Warren.
And I can tell
what's your what's the bank name actually, Jason? If you could tell me that, that'd be great.
You that the times are changing, my friends. You could see this right over here. There was a poll that came out. 70% of Americans want a president knowledgeable about crypto. They are waking up. This is in fact a big topic, especially for this
Well, at least they're waking up, because Joe's been sleeping for like 3 years.
election. The Grayscale poll also found that cryptocurrencies will have unprecedented importance in the U.S. presidential election. In total, approximately 40% of investors say that they expect to hold crypto in their portfolios in the future, while 19% currently do. As many as 46 of the polled voters claim that they are waiting, and here you go, this is what I was just saying, they are waiting for clearer regulations before they start engaging with the crypto market. So again, like I said, I was just on the phone with someone the other day, and we, by the way, I don't want to, out who this person was, but we were talking about Bitcoin when it was 33,000, and he was like, yeah, but I don't really understand it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm worried about the legal ramifications, etc. And now Bitcoin's at 44,000. It was at
Can't be a pussy all your life.
33, now it's at 44. So are these people basically just waiting to buy the top when the green light comes out? There's also a clear generational divide, with 31% of Gen Z holding cryptos compared to only 6% of baby boomers. So,
yeah, if you guys don't know, this is Crypto Zombie. His channel is absolutely phenomenal, so go check him out. I got a link in the description below.
This is where we get into the untold war of crypto for the ETFs. But
this guy, he's one of the first people that I started watching when I got into crypto, actually, and I freaking love this hat. I think I might need to make this hat for the store.
Again, what was that thing that is a little bit concerning? Now, this is obviously just speculation. It's conspiracy. It's not fact. But, maybe they're saying that, oh, the ETF approval is going to get approved, right? And then at the
I actually love his sweatshirt, too. It's an American flag with a Bitcoin over the stars. That's great.
Same time, maybe Elizabeth Warren's Bitcoin bill gets approved as
I'm gonna
well.
make that,
so
actually.
This is essentially making it illegal to self-custody Bitcoin, making the only legal avenue to hold Bitcoin to hold it through one of these ETFs. So basically, they're like, hey, see, we got you what you want. You're able to hold your crypto. You're able to have Bitcoin, but you can't do it in your own wallet. You have to do it in an ETF, right? So that's a possibility, and I don't think that's going to happen personally. I think there would be a lot of pushback against that, but that is some of the fears I've been hearing. However, on the flip side, the untold war could in fact turn out to be quite positive. As you can see right here, this article came out from Coin Paprika. Now, this is an opinion, but it says with the anticipation of the approval of the applications from BlackRock, Wisdom Tree, VanEck, Fidelity, and all these others, what's going to end up happening is they're going to have to end up competing fiercely. There are a lot of these ETFs, these institutions that are going to want to take your money, but how are they going to convince people that theirs is the better option? Well, what's going to end up happening is potentially a war on your attention, right? Advertisements, per se. So the goal of the firms is clear: to become the top choice. To achieve this, they must acquire the largest amount of Bitcoin under management. This would require an aggressive marketing strategy to beat their rivals. Bitcoin ETFs will be promoted everywhere, from television commercials to subway ads, YouTube promotions, and even grand displays in Times Square. This intense effort to market their Bitcoin product is expected to bring in the mainstream like never before. And of course, my friends, we got the second iteration of the Bitwise ETF commercial.
Real quick before we get to that, so like the difference between like the futures ETF and like the spot ETF is these big companies have to have the Bitcoin to back it, right? So like that's, I think that's kind of what he was getting at with like the amount of companies that are going to have to get in and strategize on how to get crypto. And that's why BlackRock's investing into big mining facilities, because it just makes sense, right? Get virgin Bitcoin for one, and it's just, it's always producing. Like, you don't have to sit there and purchase it always in the background, This is great.
Thought you would like to know. Satoshi sends his regards. Look for Bitwise, my friends.
Perfect. And I can honestly tell you, I was just in the airport, and up and down, all I was seeing on the TV, I should have took a picture of it and tweeted it or something, was Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, plastered all over, literally all over the airport. I mean, that's what people are seeing, and that's only coming from just one entity. Wait till they start seeing the Dos Equis guy. Wait till they start seeing the BlackRock, the Fidelity, the ARK, and all.
This bull run's going to be insane.
Seeing is Bitcoin, and they're going to go to their financial advisors and say, hey, what the heck? How come we don't have some of this, right?
Do you guys think that's a deep fake? Alvidus, do you really think that's a deep fake with that guy? I don't know. It looked legit, man.
Not only, but that will also greenlight these financial advisors finally to comfortably be able to essentially promote it, right, to their clients. And you could see the firms feel that there is a 90% chance that the spot Bitcoin ETF will be approved sometime after January 8th. And like James said,
you want to rewind it? You want to see? Let's see. All right, let's see. We'll rewind it a little bit. Let's see if it's AI. It looks legit. Oh, hold on. I gotta rewind it to here.
ETF commercial.
It looks legit though.
Thought you would like to know. Satoshi sends his regards.
That's like, if that's AI, that's crazy AI. Mr. Max Voltage, have a good day, buddy. Appreciate you.
Look for Bitwise, my friends.
I don't know. That looks legit to me. I don't know. But you know what? AI is crazy. It can do so many crazy things, man.
And I can honestly...
Yeah, I don't know. Let's skip forward a bit.
Blackrock. So you can see that now these meetings are up to 24 meetings in total, which is the most communication that they've ever had. Oh, and not to mention, BlackRock has gone cash only. That is
well, the only reason I'm saying I don't think it's AI is probably because they could get in trouble for using the Dos Equis guy, right? Like, why would you take that guy out of like everybody? Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you just get in trouble for that. But I don't know. Anyways, guys, in the live chat up top, I pinned a video. Go comment on it, something positive, hashtag Tangems to win a Tangem wallet. I'm going to pull it in a little bit.
Basically a wrap, debate over, according to Eric Balchunas, in kind with what we'll have to wait. It's all about getting ducks in row, good sign. So essentially, what does this mean? Well, no, it doesn't mean that it's cash settled, okay? Because that would basically just be a futures ETF, and that wouldn't be the whole purpose of the spot Bitcoin ETF. But what
hit that like button, please. Let's get over 100 likes. We have 172 people here, 82 likes.
Does mean is that it's going to be cash coming in to buy Bitcoin. So in other words, if you have Bitcoin, you're not going to be able to send your Bitcoin in. You're going to have to, I guess, convert it to cash and then buy it, or just simply use your dollars to then purchase the Bitcoin. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but it is a step in, you know, the right direction as far as these guys are concerned. And let's be honest, the people who are already in Bitcoin, we're not the ones that are interested in the ETFs. It's the people that are sitting in cash, that are sitting in like treasury, you know, bills, bonds, etc., equities, whatever, and they're looking to move into Bitcoin, right? So that just goes to show you. And the other thing too, not to mention, is, you know, people ask, well, why is it pumping? If the institutions aren't allowed to get in yet officially, legally, why is the price going up? Well, I think a lot of it really just has to do with the lack of trust, the deceptive practices of traditional finance, of the banks, right? We're seeing what they're really doing in the background, and realistically, the public is just getting less and less and less. Really, what I'm trying to say is they're trusting banks less and less, right? And actually, Jeff Booth broke it down over on Swan Signal, and you know,
is that a marble wall in the back behind him? I don't know. Maybe it is. Who knows? I think he might be in a hotel or something. He travels a shit ton. Real quick, Crypto KJ said it isn't AI. It's really an actor called Jonathan Goldsmith. Interesting.
He says it better than I can.
I think that's actually one of the things that so many people have a hard time understanding Bitcoin, especially if rule of law has, or a perception of rule of law has existed in your life. They in those regions, it would be harder to believe that in Bitcoin, because you could trust the financial institution, you could trust the institutions. There was rule of law to be able to protect you, but money is superordinate to rule of law, and if it wasn't, then you would expect where money was most broken, you'd have the best laws protecting people. And it looks exactly the inverse. And so what that says, and it's pretty obvious, what ends up happening with the corruption of money becomes corruption of laws, becomes corruption of the state, as everybody races in to be able to, and the money protects actually the people creating the laws, because if you have more money, you lobby and you get your politician elected to be able to control the next step, and laws change in favor of the people who have the money. And that's where we are in the world. And there's a lot of people who don't know that that's happening, and it's been happening for a long time. And the cascade of all of the chaos that's caused in the world is actually a cascade of that signal, that broken signal in money, corrupting a system. And there's people that believe that the laws can protect them from that. And the laws are designed to actually protect the abusers of money. not the other way around. And so what Bitcoin changes is it removes places like I wrote about, that we've never had decentralization and trust together, decentralization and security together. So we had to trust an institution instead. And we hoped that that institution would protect us from the very abuses that would happen. And it turns out that those institutions as well, because they need funding, are part of an infrastructure that requires, so if you have manipulation under that, if you have manipulation of money underneath the institutions, laws change over time and hurt individual people. This is the first time in history that we've had something different, that you could essentially obviate the need.
This guy reminds me of Max Voltage, just spitting facts
for that institution with the decentralization and security together and put us in control. But why it's so hard to see is we're used to trusting our bank. We're used to trusting somebody else to do that. We're used to trusting an institution isn't corrupt.
Hey guys, if you commented on that video in the live chat that I have pinned up there for the tangent, I have to accept the comments, so you might not see it there. So I'll do that soon. I'll do it live. I'll show you guys.
And that change as they become more corrupt becomes hard to see, and we're not used to trusting ourselves. So that's why self custody is hard for people. They think their bank is safer when their bank is not safe. And you think about regulation.
It's crazy how hard self custody is for a lot of people. They don't want it's really the nerve factor of like having a seed phrase and not wanting to lose it. And if you do lose it, then guess what? You're locked out of that shit forever. Like it's gone. You know, you just got to be responsible enough to do it, you know, and a lot of people, that's enough to scare you away. So I totally get it. That's why people put their money to exchanges, right? They just leave it on exchanges, but that's also scary too. Like what happened with FTX and they crashed, right? People had money on the exchange, you got screwed, right? Just one of those things. You got to be careful.
Entire regulation sits on top. So you have regulation to protect your money on top of a system designed to steal your money.
And this is why you're seeing people like Michael Saylor, Anthony Scaramucci. You guys have Stanley Druckenmiller. I mean, I can't even think of, all these different people, these billionaires essentially, that have been interested in Bitcoin, right? It is because they are waking up to not only the deceptive practices of the banks, and this also goes back to just the average everyday retail, but at the same time, they're realizing that it's a better alternative. So, basically getting back to Michael Saylor, who was essentially the first company to put themselves on the Bitcoin standard, he explains why it's obvious that we're having this rally.
That we're going through
Mr. Green Hash, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for becoming a Chump Change VIP. Link your YouTube with Discord and you'll get access to the VIP chat.
Digital transformation of everything. Apple represents a digital transformation of telephones and cameras, and Google's the transformation of books and libraries. Bitcoin represents the digital transformation of capital. 99.9% of the capital in the world is tied up in real estate and stocks and precious metals and bonds. And so we're 0.1% transformed. People, as they get educated on digital assets, are realizing that they ought to be allocating more and more of their capital to this digital asset. And so they're moving from 0.1 to 0.2%. And I think that's really driving the trend. I've said before, if Bitcoin's not going to zero, it's going to 1 million. The real question is it legitimate asset? If it's a legitimate institutional asset, everybody is underallocated to it.
Oh, we're gonna when this thing pops off, man. When this ETF happens, I'm telling you, it's gonna go freaking nuts.
And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. You've seen that meme, right, of the people waiting online, and the one line is really long, and the one line there's no one on it, and it's the same thing. Like I said, if you ever gone to like a county fair, right, and there's two booths and they're selling, let's say, the same exact thing hypothetically, the one that has the longer line, most people will go over to that booth, assuming that they're missing out, right? There's that sense of FOMO, even though the one that has no one at it could theoretically have better food, right? It's all that market psychology. So let's dive in. Let's have a look super quick. Unfortunately, not really much has changed outside of maybe looking at Bitcoin compared to the S&P, but just having a look right now, this is in fact our third week of consolidating right here above our blue zone. Now we've had this blue zone here literally since the beginning of this move. I mean, this isn't something I've just drawn up.
I don't think we're gonna watch. I don't know. All right, we'll watch this for a few more minutes. If you guys want to skip it, we will.
On recently, if you've been watching the channel, you might even be bored of seeing this after a while. But you can see that every time we attempt to fall back into this blue zone,
Automatic Beat says this dude's got the best blow because he's always like so energized when he's doing these videos. But you know what, dude? Like honestly, shout out to Crypto Zombie because he's literally had the same motivation in his videos since I started watching him like 4 years ago.
Keep getting bought back up. So obviously we've mentioned that, you know, some form of a healthy correction, even down to 30,000 would be in the cards. But it seems like every time we're getting these dips, the Bitcoin bulls are just buying them back up again. In fact, we've actually broken out right here of this downwards trend that we had, and we did not fill the CME futures gap. Now, of course, it's not.
See, I personally think that we're going to get back down into the 30s once the Bitcoin ETF is approved. Like probably, I don't know, shortly after, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news type deal, and then we're gonna have another rip. That's most likely what's gonna happen once they go live, because it's not gonna be immediate. It's gonna take like a couple weeks to a couple months for this thing to actually, you know, get liftoff right after it's approved.
100% guaranteed that you're going to fill the CME futures gap. I don't know what it is. It's like 88 to 94%. Someone please correct me. I know somebody in the comments has done the official math, but I know it is very, very high. It is more likely to close than it is to not close. But the other thing is, are we going into this parabolic rally? We've never seen a parabolic rally like this really before the halving. I guess you could say we had a little bit back in you know, that 2019, although that was a fake out. But again, you know, we really haven't broken out of this parabola right yet. So, you know, Bitcoin could come down.
Are you guys ready to rip past this all-time high that we've had? That's crazy. I can't wait.
$36,000 area. But until we break this parabola, it kind of looks like the bulls are still remaining in control, right? And having a look right here, what's crazy interesting is even on the daily, if you just look at this money flow right here, look at this.
This is Market Cipher, by the way.
It is continuing to grow. It is continuing to get more and more and more. So we even got a little green dot down here, a smaller one, which actually did kind of coincide with this move if you guys were checking out Market Cipher. But we do remain above all the dailies, and you know, we haven't even attempted just to retest this smaller upwards trend yet. So where could all of this money flow be coming from? Well, you know what? I normally don't do this in the middle of TA, turn my TA over to somebody else, but I wanted to give a shout out to Kevin Svensson because he really explained it in the simplest possible terms ever.
In my Patreon Discord chat, people were asking me, you know, why are we bouncing? Why are we going up? What's the news today? What's the news? A lot of times you'll notice that in these trends, you don't really need news to move. It's all about momentum. And you might be able to just pretend that there's a news story that caused the pump, but think about it. Every time Bitcoin went up in the 2017 bull market, it didn't require a news event every day for the price to go up. Sometimes there's just a high level of demand. If the demand or the buy pressure is higher than the supply or the sell pressure, the trend is up. If the sell pressure...
And this right here, what he's explaining or showing, right? I haven't even seen this yet, but the supply... right, pressure, or the supply that we have for Bitcoin is going to be halved in April. Okay, once it's halved, it's going to be like, what is, I don't even know what it is right now, to be honest, but it's going to be, what is it, friggin' 6.25, right? It's going to be like 3 something, right? So it's going to be way less than what it's at now. The amount of demand that's going to create with this ETF, it's going to be just absurd.
Is higher than the demand, well, the trend is down. It is that simple. There doesn't have to be news.
And it's kind of like that Occam's razors theory, right? It's like if you have 2 possibilities, the simpler, most likely possibility is usually the reason, right? It's usually the easiest solution is the actual reason why. And in this case, it's literally just supply and demand. We don't know exactly where all this money's coming from. Now, we did hear from Samson Mal that a lot of it is potentially coming from offshore, other places outside of the US. But at the end of the day, there's clearly more demand than there is supply.
Oh, yeah.
Which explains why the price is going up.
It's gonna go nuts.
And we know that the supply, the distribution is getting cut in half. And we know that there's only about 2 million Bitcoin left on exchanges with about 70% of the holders holding. So when you talk about these gamma squeezes, when you talk about this supply shock, it's very, very real. And, you know, that's
why this having such a big deal. And then on top of it, it's like, what do they say? 5 to 7 million Bitcoin have been lost forever. And there's only 21 million ever to be created, right? It's just... one of those things, man. There's not enough to go around. There's, what is there, 8 billion people in the world? Basically, not everybody can own 1 Bitcoin.
been talking about this since the bottom. Actually, I had a clip I was going to play you guys talking about how I kind of was calling the bottom, but I'll save that for another day because pretty epic. But anyway, anyone who's pretty much stuck around, you got.
All right, I'm gonna say shout out to Crypto Zombie. We're gonna end it there with his video. That was pretty awesome. Again, Dynex Marketplace. If you guys are interested, go check that out. But all right, let's talk about some stuff. Let's see what is on the top of the charts over here. Hashrate.no. It's still this Aipg coin. If you guys are interested in it, I don't know, it's a kapow algorithm as far as I know, but yeah, let me know if you guys are mining this or if anybody's just buying it. Aipg, very interesting. I wonder if it's a core wallet. It's got to be some sort of core wallet. All set. What's up, buddy? Tains, good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, recap segment. What do you guys got? Any questions in the chat, please let me know. Give me 1 second. I gotta open up this video from yesterday that I had you guys comment on, and I need to go approve all of these comments. Every time there's a hashtag in a video, they end up flagging it as ready. I'll show you guys. They end up flagging it as like, you know, do you want these comments or not? See, I have to literally approve all these before I can pull a winner. I have to do this every single time I actually give something away. Huge pain in the butt, but this is the reason I don't put these, like, I would totally like have you guys go comment on, like, you know, Hawk's video or just anybody else's video, but then I'd have to rely on them to come in here and check this, so I wouldn't be able to do any type of live giveaways or anything. So it's just kind of a pain in the ass, but whatever. Anyways, as I do this, you guys can stare at my face. What yeah, what do you guys got for questions? Let's see. Actually, we're pretty much done there. All right, cool. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, it's total pain in the ass. It really is. Let's see. All right, let me go to YouTube comment picker. See, let's see. All right, you guys got a few more minutes. Get your comments in. I'm going to back to this video. Gonna pause it. All right, we're gonna see who's gonna win this Tangent wallet. I want to see how many comments we got so far. You guys got another minute or two. Get your comments in. Gonna filter duplicate comments. Let's see, we have 56 comments, and this Tangent's coming directly from me, so I'm going to be sending it to the winner. Yes, I bought it with my own money, and it's coming to you guys. So hashtag Tangent positive comment. Go do it in the pinned comment of the live chat. All right, let's see. Lithium's been blowing up. Let's check out lithium. Yeah, we'll check out some coins while we're waiting. Let's see. ALPH, right? Let's see. Look at this, $1.09. Wow, interesting. Sweet. I think I have, like, I don't know. I haven't really been like a huge a lithium guy, but I have a wallet that is like, when I open it, it's just blank because I think it needs to be updated, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it'll all come back once I update it, because it's just like a blank GUI on the wallet now. So I haven't updated it forever. It's on my old PC that's like not tied to anything, so I gotta go get that thing situated. But hey, whatever. It's like $300 now, I think. That's pretty cool. I think I mined it for like a day, maybe two. I don't even know. Not too bad, but yeah, this thing's taking quite the rip. Let's see, 30 days. So where we've been. Yeah, it's taking a 2x anyways, at least 30 days ago, right? It was 46 cents. Now it's at $1.09. All-time high is $1.19. Wow. Wait, when was that? $1.19, almost 2 years ago. Wow, it's almost at its all-time high. Holy shit. Honestly, this might be a good buy. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Lithium's in talks with Bitmain for ASICS. So, just saying. Perfect. You guys might want to jump on it. Not financial advice, but it could be a good buy. All right, let's check out ETC POW again. I friggin' just converted all mine last night like an asshole. $1.02. Of course it would go up. It would go up the next morning. It would go up the next morning once I converted it. But anyways, I'm waiting on a couple payouts now as well. But yeah, ETC POW is it's a good project. I hope it goes far, to be honest. I do. It's at least doing a lot better than it was. It did take a 50 or 63. No, wait, hold on. It took a bigger retracement than that. I think it was like 70 something, almost 80% retracement. 65 cents. It was all-time high at 282. Crazy, absolutely crazy. It's 63% down now from where it was. Let's see, Dynex real quick. Again, oh god, do it every single time. You hit the enter button, it just goes wherever it wants. All right, 78 cents, 78.9, almost 79 cents. That's honestly, this is if Dynex does explode like I think it's going to with this marketplace thing, it's a good buy. It's a good buy, at least in my opinion. Let's see. Let's go 1 year. You guys can see that Dynex has actually, let's go to the max chart. Where did it open? Look at this. This is a really confident chart. Again, in my opinion, this reminds me of like Kaspa, right? Like it's just continuously going up. No matter how many times people have called it a scam and all this other bullshit, which is realistically, how can you get scammed if you can mine it to an exchange and sell it the same day? It makes no sense to me, but to each his own. It is what it is, right? They've been consistently doing well, and they're holding up above the whatever it is. You know, what is that? Let's see what this was. It's a low point, 60 cents. So yeah, I mean, realistically, it's been holding above 50 cents since it's crossed it. That's pretty good, at least in my opinion. And it's super efficient. Super efficient. 90 days ago. Let's see if I can only look at one graph a day. Would be overall crypto market cap. Today it was just under one. What are you saying, Patrick Murphy? 90 days ago it was 600 billion increase. I'm trying to follow what the hell you're saying, Patrick Murphy. You need to stop drunk texting. That's like a 2 a.m. text right there. I don't know what the hell just happened. I have no idea what just happened. All right, what other coins we got? Let's see. What other coins been doing well? Let's check out Neoxa. If I could spell, it'd be nice. Neoxa up 1.5% today. Nice. It's getting close to half a penny. It's 38.0038. It's getting there. It's getting there. It was an all-time high at 2 cents though, so it's still pretty it is pretty far down. Let's just go to the max chart. I just want to see how this is. See, like, I like Neoxa, I do, but I don't like this massive pump and then massive dump right after. See, like, that sucks, right? But hey, listen, it's gradually getting better over time, so that's all that matters. Let's see. Yeah, the Aipg, is that what it is? Is that the AI power grid? Aipg. This is the one that yeah, this is the one that you can mine now, apparently. This is the hashrate.no one right here. All right, let's see. Aipg. Let's just go. This is a 3090, right? Again, I think it's, yeah, it's kapow. Like, see, like, I'm all set. I'm not mining it. And the thing that like bothers me about kapow is like it's stupid easy to start some sort of like crypto on it, right? Like for a developer anyways, not for someone like me, but like somebody that actually does coding and shit. Kapow is just one of the easier algorithms to get a crypto started up on, right? So I don't know. Is this just a money grab? Who knows? Gonna have to see. I've literally, today is the first day I've heard about it. So if you guys are interested, go check out hashrate.no and see. I have no affiliation with them, by the way, but just go see if you guys are interested. It was just listed over here again yesterday, 21st of December on CoinGecko. So I don't know, it was listed at 40. You know what, where else would it be? Let's just see if we can find it before we get out of here. Aipg crypto. Let's see. It's the GitHub. AI power grid. Wallets, Discord. Okay, so they got their own Discord. I'll put this link in the chat if you guys are interested. Go check out. I wouldn't download anything. Please don't download anything. Please don't. Please don't. Just look it up first. Make sure it's been audited by yeti.uk before you guys download anything, or just use a VM, please. Any type of wallet you download off of these sites, please, for the love of God. Just make sure you guys are safe. Empowering the architects of tomorrow with the freedom of open source generative AI. Revolution AI landscape with open source blockchain, validated and incentivized generative AI models, fostering adoption, innovation, creativity, and community-driven growth. I mean, let's be real. AI is a pretty hot topic, so could just be living off of that. But let's see. Developing a proof of useful work model. Oh, look at that. POUW. In current phase following the launch Aipg, our focus is laying the groundwork for robust AI services within the blockchain environment. The foundational period is dedicated to solidifying the proof of useful work POUW infrastructure, fostering the transition of GPU miners into AI node operators, and ensuring the stability and security of the network with the integration of validator nodes. Maybe I'll look into this. Maybe I'll look into this so we can get a node going. That'd be cool. That'd be kind of neat. Let's see. Scaling up enhancement experiences build upon the stable proof of work foundation. Aipg begins expanding its features to include much anticipated NFT, AI, art gallery, and marketplace. I just lost my interest right there. That just lost my interest. Anything that says an NFT is like, just to me, it's like a freaking red flag. I hate it. I don't know why. It drives me nuts. At the same time, the platform involves significant UX improvements and resilient smart contracts, preparing for the gradual transition away from proof of work towards more sustainable consensus mechanism. Let's see. Q3 2024 says transition to proof of useful work in a crucial phase. Aipg takes a significant leap forward by transitioning from the original proof of work to a novel proof of useful work protocol. This shift is not only eco-friendlier but also aligns with Aipg's mission of democratizing, is that right? Yeah, AI as a work performed by miners now directly contributes to the AI services provided by the platform, creating value for the entire network. That's in Q3. And then Q4, it says adding trusted nodes and API functionality. Okay, so the nodes are in Q4. Users or developers who demanded reliability, consistent uptime, and professional grade API access, Aipg offers a paid tier. This premium offering guarantees services levels through contracts with secured and trusted nodes, catering to enterprise users in applications where high availability and predictable performance are required. Is this, are they trying to do like Dynex? Are they trying to do what Dynex is doing? Is anyone getting out of this? Is anybody getting that out of this? Anybody? Please let me know. Let's see. Q2 2025, it says the development of interchain protocol facilitate cross-blockchain AI services, positioning Aipg as a lender in blockchain interoperability in an AI space. This move will fully solidify Aipg's position as one of the top 3 AI coins in the marketplace. That is a bold ass statement. Not sure if that's gonna happen, but hey, you know what? Shout out to this. If they can make shit happen, then cool. But I feel like they're trying to do what Dynex is doing. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like that's I don't know. Anyways, all right. Why my mouse is going nuts. Here we go. All right, let's get into, let's see how many comments we got. Time's up. I told you a few more minutes, but I gave you way longer than that. All right, let's see how many comments we got now. Nope. I'm gonna re-put that in there because I don't believe that. I don't believe you guys. Let's see. Let me refresh this. Dump it in here. All right, we're gonna pick a winner. Who's gonna win the Tangent wallet? You guys have to be here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. You guys have to be here to win it. Let's see. Again, this is coming directly from me. I purchased this with my own money. This is not sponsored. So let's get into it. But shout out to Tangent because they are a fantastic wallet. All right, start the raffle. You guys ready? Drum roll, please. 3, 2, 1. Good luck. Oh, let's see. W Nicholas 99, love the streams, hashtag Tangent. Congratulations, buddy. Are you here in the chat? Are you here, sir? Let's see if W Nicholas is here. I'll give you 30 seconds to comment, or we pick another one. Not here, not here. Rugged scam. He's here. No, not here. Chris Nicholas, don't lie to me. Is that you? Is that you? Oh, it might be you actually. All right, we gotta confirm. He's here. Chris Nicholas, it is you. Son of a bitch. Congratulations, buddy.
Perfect.
Hold on, let's see. Let's see. It says at. All right, now I gotta confirm it's really you. I would assume it's you. I would assume it's you, but I'm gonna go to your channel from your name. Yeah, it's the same channel. It's the same channel. It's the same channel. Why is there no about page though? That's odd. More about this channel. Oh, here we go. Join August 16th, 2008. Yeah, it's the same channel. All right, you're the winner, buddy. Congratulations. Make sure you send me an email. Contact at, I'll type it in the chat actually. Contact at chumpchangexd.com with a screenshot logged into your YouTube. So just go to your about page, right? Like up at the top corner and screenshot it, right? So you're logged in. And yeah, send me your shipping info and I will ship it over to you. Dude, congratulations. You're awesome.
Perfect.
Congratulations, buddy. Proud and happy for you. Hopefully this is your first crypto wallet. And if it is, awesome. If it isn't, then you know what? Honestly, it's going to change your life because it's freaking amazing not having to plug it in. I tell you what. All right, guys, you're all fantastic. I love you all to death. Thank you so much for joining me on the Daily Grind. As always, it's Friday. I got to leave you with our favorite song over here. As you guys know, the old Silk Road. Have a good one.
Till I can't no more.
All right, fellas, have a happy and safe Friday. Enjoy your day at work. We are going to raid Miss Teen Crypto. Have a good one, and peace out.